LT, is this session or something? So that I can start the recording. Can you keep it off tomorrow on the Sunday? We can make session. Sunday, I'm planning to go outside LT. I mean, probably I'll be back. I mean, my Sunday evening I'll be back very late night. So, tomorrow I'll be coming out, but I can hear. I'll be driving. Yeah, you can join from phone or something. Yeah, I'll be driving. Sure, sir. Okay. I see less participants today, only 6 participants. Maybe because of Friday or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's get started. So in our previous session, we were discussing about Hive, and yesterday there was no session. So today we will complete all the pending parts of Hive. One is the JSON survey, that is one thing. Second thing is bucketing concept in Hive. And the third thing is UDF syntax. We will not do it in a rush. We will do it as much as we can do today, right? So let's start with JSON data loading into Hive, right? So JSON is what? JSON is a Java standard object notation. When you are trying to fetch the data from majorly from some web servers like Twitter, right? You get the data in JSON format. Or majority of the sources, apart from text format and Parquet format, they do send the data in JSON format. Okay, Parquet is something that we are yet to understand, and it's a very popular file format right now. I'm going to convey about that as well. But first, we will look into this particular JSON format. Right, I will explain about Parquet. Let you do your groundwork. Maybe down the lane, I'm going to explain about probably in tomorrow's session or something. I'm going to show you how to create Parquet. But I wanted you to give a real theoretical read on Parquet, but I'll give a complete overview on Parquet file format. Okay. Now, so let's talk about how to load JSON data. I'll show you few already created JSON data sets. Okay, this is fine. This is Impala. Okay. CD working directory, right? And then data sets. I have JSON path here. Here it is having the ELF data review dataset. Let me put an head of it. There you go. See here, you will not understand anything out of this. It's purely a JSON format where you'll have key values. Let's look at least a couple of columns here. Look at this column words. This is a key. I mean, key is nothing but the column name, and value is nothing but the actual values. But see here, words column is of type map because it is having key and value again. And if you look at user ID, it's just a string type of column. But whereas words is of type map. Funny 0, useful 2, cool 1. This is a review data set that is reviewed on doctors and restaurants. Mostly it should be doctors. Here, you have review ID, you have how many stars they have given, date, actual text. Dr. Goldberg offers everything I look for a general practitioner. Is nice and easy to talk to without being patronized. Is always on time and some blah 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 he has given. And then we have type is review because in Yelp you will get different types of data sets. What I've downloaded was a review data set. And you have a business ID as well. Okay. So this is the whole story about Help data set. Now, what I wanted to do is, I wanted to load this data into Hive and I wanted to do some querying on top of Hive. But how do I load it on top of Hive? How do we load JSON data into Hive table? So that's something, yeah, very good. First of all, you have to add the Sardis jar. Maybe here, let's go to user lib, because in CDH3 you can blindly follow this, but in CDH5 I have to look at what are the latest jars available, right? So, okay, here I would like to see what all the Sardis available. See, 1.1 cdh5.5.jar, so that's the jar file I'm looking at, right? And what I'm looking at is I wanted to know what is the JSON Sardi available here. Delimited JSON Sardi class. Probably we can use delimited JSON Sardi class itself. RG.Apache Hadoop Hive. Okay, fine. Let me do this. I have to change the jar file, right? Now that I'm not using the same jar, I'm trying to same thing, but a different jar name. So let me post it here. The jar name is this, right? This is the latest jar I will be using. So user lib, I have to specify this, and then the here create table, review, and then the columns and their respective mappings here. Words is of type map, string, and integer. You should have already seen that in the. Okay, 1 second. Let me make a note of the class that we have here. Yeah, I'll come back to this later. Let's review the data set. It's a huge data set, right? I'm just going to take some time. So here, votes is of type map and string and integer. If you look at here, if you look at this, votes of map, string and integer. And then rest all columns are straightforward. User ID string, review ID string, stars, int, text string, type string, business ID string, right? And then you have to specify your class name org.apache.5.32.json server. Okay, so this is the class name that you are supposed to use. I will put it here. Okay, and then store as text file. This is the whole story. First of all, you have to add this jar. From this jar, it's gonna take this class name. But see, the CDH3 will have the appropriate jar name and the class name. You need not bother. If you are using CDH5, you have to make this change. Okay. Now, I will add this jar into Hive. Right. First of all, I added the jar, and then I would like to create the table. created the table. Now it all depends upon loading that particular file into this review data set. Load data local in path. Yeah, load data local in path, because I have this review data set in my local file system. Okay, this is my path. Paste, and then the data set name is this, into table review. Okay, here total size is this much of size of data is being loaded into this review table. Let me do and select star from review limit 2 or something. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Cannot deserialize etc. Oh. Okay. Then one second, please. I will select jar matches. Jackson, okay. Mm, just give me a moment, please. I think I've made a note of the jar. Okay, I'm not able to find an appropriate JSON survey, I guess. So I need to failed section cannot deserialize. Let me Google this. Raw format survey, ignore malformed JSON could be true. Okay. Maybe we will set this property. So here, what he's saying is, I'm finding the working jar is JSON survey 1.3 which can be found here. This is working with struct and even. Can ignore some markdown. Okay. So let me do one thing. Probably what I'll do is I will get the jar file of that particular JSON and then we can execute it. But today we can ignore this, right? I'll probably see the same thing. In CDH3 you can give it right. It's a matter of using the appropriate class and appropriate surety jar. Maybe I'm not having the appropriate jar because I don't find the JSON surety. The one I've given is the delimited JSON surety, right? Let me see the difference between these two and probably I can convey back on this by tomorrow's session or something. Okay. So for now, you can practice it in CDH3. Anyways, I'll again talk about this in tomorrow's session. Let's not waste time, rather. Okay. I would like to talk about something called UDF and then bucketing. So first of all, let me talk about UDF and then I'll talk about bucketing. Oh, Lakan, I didn't check that. Probably just give me some time after UDF. I'll look at your email and I'll respond. Right? Yesterday I was a little occupied, so couldn't get time to look at all the emails. So I'll do that. Okay. I would like to take this particular UDF example. The example is, let's say a bank wanted to build some audit reports or something. The audit reports requirement is such that I cannot complete it straightforward using Hive. So when do you go with UDF? First of all, what is UDF? UDF is a user-defined function. Okay. When something that I cannot achieve using Hive straightforward, that's when I'll go with user-defined function. That means if some functionality I cannot achieve with Hive directly, then I would extend that particular functionality used to some other programming language, maybe Python, maybe Java, right? And write the UDF and complete the requirement. So that's the UDF requirement actually. Something that cannot be achieved with Hive, then we will extend the Hive to external programming languages like Python or Java. So it is termed as user-defined function. Now, for a bank who wanted to build an audit report, there is a requirement that cannot be achieved straightforward using Hive, because of which they wanted to go with UDF. So what's the requirement? Let's see that first of all. There are certain account numbers who are holding different cards of that particular bank. Maybe credit card, maybe debit card, maybe petrol card, travel card, different types of cards they have handled, particular customers will handle. Now, all the transactions they have done for a particular month will be stored in a table, monthly transactions or something. So you will have their account number and amount of dollars they have done for each card, like this, something like this. The first one is the account number, and rest all are the transactions that they have done for that particular month. They form a separated note or something. Okay, so that's the data. Now, what bank wanted to find is, for every customer, what is the card name that has the maximum transaction for that particular month? For example, if account number 100 has done the maximum transaction of, or 101 has done the maximum transaction of 1555, right? So what they want is 101, travel card. So this is what they want. Maybe for some audit reasons, they want this in this particular format. But look at here. I'm not doing the analysis on column wise. I'm not finding all the credit card records or debit card records or petrol card. I'm doing it this way. Row wise analytics is something I have to do. I have to compare records in a row, and whichever is maximum, I have to give that corresponding card. That's what I'm supposed to do basically. So then I have to do so. Do you think any SQL query will do that for us? Obviously no. If you have to analyze this kind of thing, and you're not giving the amount here, rather you're giving the column name, which is travel card. So analyze row wise, whichever is maximum, get the card name. So that's the requirement. So in that case, do you think your Hive will support? Obviously no. So we have to extend Hive to some other programming language. So which programming language should we go with? I would recommend you to go with Python for user-defined functions. You can ask me why. The answer is straightforward because why do you go to UDF? It's when some functionality that is little complex, which cannot be achieved using Hive is something, that's when you go UDF. But I wanted to tell you, majority of your UDF would be your data parsing, data analytics, right? Only two things. Data parsing is one thing and data analytics is another. For both these things, Python is a better and best option when you compare it with Java in terms of programming. So, majorly I would recommend you to go with UDF or Python. See, if you are a Java programmer, obviously you would tend to go with Java. I don't deny that. So you can go with either Python or Java. At least my preference would be first of all Python and then go with Java. But if you wanted to go with Java, it's not an it's not something that you have to stop or something. You can go with Java for videos. Okay. But whereas MapReduce, I would definitely recommend to go with Java. Of course, you have the feasibility to write your MapReduce code in Python as well, but still, I would say Java is the best programming language for writing MapReduce because when you write the MapReduce code in Python, you take a lot of time in converting the Python into Java bytecode and stuff. Whereas UDF is a smaller piece of code. So it doesn't take much time for the conversion as well as when you compare it with Java, when you're writing UDF in Python, the amount of code will be very less. So that's where you find the optimization of UDF writing it in Python than Java. But still you can do it on Java. I'll tell you what steps you need to follow for writing the UDF in Java. But today I would convey the UDF writing it in Python and I would do the detailed steps of how to write the UDF in Python and Java. You would complete the same logic in Python in Java by tomorrow's session. But before I go into practical aspect of this UDF, is everyone clear with the requirement or any questions? Is everyone clear? Can you confirm please? It's simple. The bank is trying to generate an audit report. It has all the monthly transactions for a particular customer. And I say all the monthly transactions. For a customer, we can have multiple cards. All the card transactions are there, right, in that monthly transactions table. Now they wanted to run some analytics on top of it and wanted to run and generate a report. The report should look something like this. The card, customer account number, comma, the card name which has done the maximum transaction. Maybe for one customer it could be credit card, if for another customer it could be petrol card, whatever it is. They wanted to generate this kind of report. So that's what we are trying to find here, right? So yeah, Lakan, have a question? Please go ahead.
We use UDS only when there is a case like there's something we cannot do with Hive, right? So in real time, how would we know that this is the time where we need to use UDF? How will we recognize that?
Okay, one second. Okay, 1 second. Let me 1 second. Yeah. Okay. How do your question is simple. How do we know when to go with UDF rather than how do I know that some functionality is not achievable with Hive? That's what your question, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's simple. See, let's say I've given you a requirement, right? In not in Hive, just forget about Hive, talk about SQL. I gave you some database like MySQL, and I've asked you to work on some requirement. And what you found is, I cannot do that in SQL, rather I have to go with PLSQL, which is nothing but programming language structured query language. That means you have to program something on top of your SQL to achieve that requirement, which cannot be done straightforward using SQL. That's why I'm migrating to PLC. That means the logic is something not straightforward. And here, when it comes to Hive, there is a logic that you cannot straightforward do it on top of Hive, which you have to extend Hive to go with some programming language. And how do I know that? It is simple. You know the functionalities of Hive, you know what is Hive capable of doing. It's something that is out of the box for Hive. That's when you go to programming language, because you can program anything with respect to programming language. Right, Lakshman?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, let's do this. I'll take you to Hive dataset wherein I have this file called Hive UDF. Okay, I've got a simple records here. Some account numbers and their card transactions, that's fine. But let me show you the Python code. It's not difficult, but also not straightforward. Okay, now, what I'm trying to do here is, I would like to load that particular data that I've showed to Hive initially. To Hive table, I'm going to load that data. Okay, and after I load that data into Hive, then what I'm supposed to do is, I'm supposed to send that particular data to UDF that is there here. Okay, so what I would do is, I would pass on the data in that Hive table to the Python code. So in Python code, what happens is, I will traverse line by line, and I would analyze what I wanted to do and get the output. See here, for line in sys.standard input, line equal to line.strip. This is simple Python code. Sys.standard input is nothing but Hive is going to put the data into standard input. I hope I've already sent the Python videos and most of you had watched it, right? If not, please do let me know right away. Did everyone watch the Python videos that I've sent earlier? How about Sachin? Yeah, I'm going to convey what sys.standard input is going to do. Lakshmi and Dhruv, Binoy. How about you guys? Did you get time to watch those Python videos? Okay. Yeah. So what is this sys.standard input is doing? Sys is a module of Python. Dot standard in is nothing but something that is coming into the standard input. Okay. Sys.standard input. That means nothing but when I put something into standard input, something like pipe, it's going to take it and put it in a variable. Every line it's going to put it into a variable. That means I have 1 million records. 1 million records, it's going to take record by record and every record initially it will put it into line. Line dot strip is nothing but it's going to remove leading and trailing spaces that are present in that particular line, right? Once it strips the spaces, again it's going to store it in the same variable called line. Now I would split the data based on a tab delimiter. Line dot split is something that I would be using, and the delimiter is nothing but backslash t, which is the tab delimiter, and I'm going to store the data into these variables A, B, C, D, E, and my account number. And A, B, C, D, E, some variables that I've used to store the transaction amount of the particular cards, and I'm passing this as an input to a function called find most transaction type, passing these values as an input. I'm passing account number at the last. And this function, find most transaction type, my function call goes to here. And what happens here is, here I've declared some variables called health card, travel card. I've given the actual card details. Okay, whatever values I'm sending from here will be stored in this particular variables now. Then I've declared a dictionary in Python. What is meant by dictionary? If I have data in the format of key and value, that's what I call it as dictionary. See here, card types is one dictionary which is having 0 as its key and value as health card. 1 as its key, travel card value. 2 as its key, debit card as its value. So it's a dictionary, right? Health card, travel card, these are constants here. Okay, these are not the ones that I've declared above. These are constants. That's why I've put them in single quotes. And then I have something called a list called cards. I have a list called cards, which has group of values here. This list is nothing but it can take any type of value. How did I say it as a list? Because if something is included in square braces, I will call it as a list. If something is included in a flower braces, I'll call it as a dictionary. So this is my list, right? This is my list, and I've included that into square braces. And what it contains is the values that I'm getting for this function, health card, travel card, and all. Now, what am I doing in my next step is I'm calculating max of cards. Maybe I have something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the account number is 100 or something. And max of cards is what? Max of cards will be value called 5, which will be stored in max value. Because out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 is the maximum value. And what I'm trying to do is cards dot index of maximum value. So cards dot index of 5 is something that I'm trying to figure out. So cards dot 5 is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And index, it is trying to find out the index. Index would be something like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So cards dot index of maximum value is nothing but 4. And card types of 4 is petrol card. So that's what I'm returning. Account number, comma, petrol card. I would repeat it once again. It's simple logic. Once I pass in the input, every record will be passed and it will be stripped off with spaces. And if there are any, I mean, these particular columns are delimited by a tab, so that's why I'm using backslash tab. And then after splitting it based on tab, I'm storing in these variables, right? And then these variables are something I'm passing as an input to this find most transaction type. And this find most transaction type will take those values and store it in a variable called health card, travel card, and all the other cards. I've declared a dictionary here, which has key values. 0 will point to health card, 1 will point to travel card. And then I've declared a cards as a list, which has the values that I've passed to this function. And I'm finding the maximum of this card, right? Whatever be the maximum, that maximum value will be stored here. I'm finding the index of it, so that I will, based on that index, I will find the corresponding card name from here, and I'm returning account number, comma, card. That's it. The problem is solved. So for every account number, what is the card name that has done the maximum transaction will be returned. So let's do a simple thing. Let's create the table first of all in Hive, and you will have this Python code already available in your CDH3. Simply go to the Python path, working directory in Python. You will find the max transaction.py. Take that code and you can use it for UDS. So what I'm trying to do is I will go to Hive, create a table. Create table with account number. I'll just put it as account number, which is like int. Right? This is my account number, and then I would like to pass on the card details. Okay. So health card is one thing. I'll just put it in as shortcuts. Health card, travel card, int, debit card. Yeah. So all these cards I'm mentioning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pro format, delimited, fields terminated by, comma. Mm, Oh, I've not given the table name. Probably I'll give the table name as trans or something. So format delimited, please terminated by this thing. Now, what I have to do is I have to add the Python code. Add file, right? Where is it present? It is present in this Python path. And the code name is maxtransaction.py. Okay, I need not give the single quotes, I guess. Here, I need not give the single quotes, so just add the file maxtransaction.py along with the complete path. Okay, now what I'll do is first of all load the data into this table. Load data local in path. It is present in this particular path. And the file name is hivepyudf.txt. Into table, I've put it as a trans table, right? First, let's load the data. Select start from trans limit 2 or something. I've got the records. Okay. Now I will add the Python code, and then select transform of. Just make a note of this. Just adding a file, and then I'm passing select transform of. Here it is expecting your data to be in this format. First all the card details and then the account number. So I'll pass it in the same thing. Health card, comma, travel card, debit card, credit card and petrol card, and then account number. Okay. And then the account number. Using Python maxtransaction.py. I wanted to transform the data using the transaction.py. I can give alias name as maxtran or something from your table. I've used transform just to pass the data as an input to this particular Python code. And how would it understand this is a Python code? Because I've already added that into the buffer of Hive. Now when I run this, it's going to run its MapReduce and it's going to give me the output like the account number versus the card name which has done the maximum transaction. Let's see that. There you go. Here, for every account number, whichever card has done the maximum transaction, it's going to send that as our output. Okay. So what I did is simple. I've written a Python code. I've added that particular Python code completely into this, along with the complete path into this Hive. And then what I've done is I've transformed this particular, I've used the transform function to pass the column names to it using the Python code as an alias from translate. That's it. Right? So this completes the execution of Python and give me the actual or intended output that I'm looking for. Right? Any questions here? Okay, let me answer your queries. Yes, LP. Go ahead, please.
So, create what is that file you are saying?
That Python code, whatever we have written, the logic, actual logic.
So, first we are creating the table like regular and adding the file. The adding file is the Python code, isn't it?
Absolutely. See here. Because we have written our Python code, right?
Yeah.
The same Python code, the max transaction.py, I've added it here by using add file option. And then to make this Python code executed, I've used a function called transform, which is an internal function to Hive. Yeah, transform of, and then the column names, and then I have to tell that use this Python code, and I've given an alias, and then run transaction. From trans is my table. That's it.
So it's like similar to the regular we are creating the table, putting the data.
Everything is regular.
So the select transform is the select query for Python, right?
Yeah, transform is the function you would use to pass on the input to the Python code.
Yeah, where we can find all these functions like transform like that?
See, transform is the only functionality you'll have in the when you compare it with other functionalities. Basically, what you have is the same functionalities that we were discussing, right? The same SQL functionalities like max, min operator, and the count operator. All these normal commands would remain the same. But anyways, I'm gonna forward you an kind of good sort of thing, where you'll find all the commands related to Hive.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thank you.
And Mukul? Oh, sorry. It's Syed, right? Syed, please go ahead, sir.
Would you have the most common, are there common commands that we'll be using for Python, or is it just we just have to know the overall basics for it?
Like I told, basics of Python is sufficient. You're not going to do some hardcore programming language. Programming of your programming of the code on top of Python here. Rather, you are going to divert, or you're going to drive your actual data using Python, where you would need the basics of Python.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Do we really need to have both dictionary and list in the Python code? Can't we do it with only one of them? This requirement does require both, like both list and dictionary. How do we do it with a single thing? Let it be either list or dictionary. Can we do it? I don't think so. Okay. Okay. Now let me look at few emails. Yes. Okay. Lakshmi, you're still facing the issue, Lakshmi? Let me unmute you. Lakshmi, you there? Okay. Sure, sure. Oh, I'm unable to hear you. Okay, fine. So your broadband RC is still throwing the issue, is it? Okay, let me check the website. But I don't see broadband RC. Oh, okay, now I can see. Sorry. Export Java home. Export Hadoop home. Oh, this is something. Okay, probably. Are you using the same machine that you've installed right now? Do you have the things ready so that I'll make you as a presenter? You can show me what the issue is, right? Or else you just meanwhile log into Ubuntu and keep it ready. Meanwhile, I'll talk to Lakan and then I'll come back to you. So Lakan, what is the issue you are facing? Let me open that. Okay, select Max. Mhm. Okay, so Lakan, what is the issue here?
I don't know. Like the first time I used it, like I have just selected because already we have partitioned the data
See,
by
see,
year.
one second. Select here, name, max of rating as max, min of rating as min. You are doing the aggregator, then you have to group it by. You have to group your data. Probably group it in when you are doing an aggregation, right? You have to have your group by year or something, right? Lakan?
Yes, you know what, Surya, this thing I have even done it by grouping it like group by year and name. What the output I got is recently, it's getting all the years, like even to 2013, it's repeating, and I did not get any because already we have the partition data, right? So we're supposed to get 2013, we get a rating one and
I'll not tell you the answer, but I'll give you a clue. Lakan. You take the same movies data set, movies perm table, which is partition, and you have to apply join on the same table, maybe a semi left outer join, left semi join or something you have to do, left outer join or something you can do. Based on that, you can extract the particular, for every year, what is the rating. Same table, you are applying the join. Okay, that's the clue I can give you. You can give it try. A simple query will not work for finding the highest rating and lowest rating for a particular year. You have to join the same table. Join movies table with the same movies table. That will work. Just give it a try.
Okay, sir. And there's one more thing I have to ask.
Yeah.
So this thing, right? The last one, select year, name, max of rating over partition by year. Like there should be over there. So it's like there is already a partition by year. So I'm doing max of rating over partition by year. It should give, right?
That's a clue. That is not giving you.
No, sir. It's giving some error downside there. You see there?
No. See, you have not closed it or something. So
yeah, it shows that, but I have closed it, sir. The screenshot, it shows the red, but even after I close it also, it is throwing me the same error.
Forward, okay. Can you do one thing, Lakan? Take this data and do the same thing in your in your CDH file, right? Whatever partition by, see, similarly people were posting me, hey, I was not able to insert into, I mean, because I'm using CDH3 just for your convenience, because CDH3 will be passed. But CDH3 Hive is a little older version. If you are something, you know that whatever partition by is something existing, but it is not working on CDH3, go and do it in CDH5. It will work for fine. It will work fine for sure. Okay?
Oh, I'll try that.
Yeah, please do try that. Or else, if that not this option, if in CDH3, if you wanted to find out, you want to talk, and you can apply a join on the same table.
So I don't need to use group by. I have to use group by anyway, right?
Not required. If you are using whatever partition by, you need not use group by.
Okay, but the one which you gave me some hint, right? So
correct.
For that,
there you have to use.
Yeah. There I have to use. Okay, sir. Okay, I'll try that. Try Hive. Okay,
sure.
Thank you.
No problem. Actually, can I make you as a presenter now? Yes, Lakshmi, I have made you as a presenter. You can go ahead. Okay. See, I don't see. Okay. Continue. Okay. Just come down. Come down, Lakshmi. Yeah. After that, return command is there, right? Come down still. Yeah. Here you can put it. Go there. Yeah, do the steps I'm letting you know. Press escape, and then you press. No. Just go back. Do a backspace. Then press X, a single letter X. You can type. No. Again. No. Press escape. Press escape. Again, you type X. Okay. Now press escape, and then press I, and then shift insert. Shift plus insert. Okay, even that should work. Okay, now save it. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. This is enough. No. How to save it? I'll tell you. No, not that way. Press escape. Now press colon. Press colon and X, and then enter. So I would, yeah, and enter. Not capital X, small x. No, press escape, colon X, and then enter would bring you out of dot dash as. No. Small x. Yeah, that's correct. Now echo, dot space dot dash rc. No. Dot space dot. First you have to execute this. Enter. Echo $Java home. Underscore home. Oh. No, that's correct. Oh, Hadoop home, right? Yeah. Because you have to export Java. That's why it didn't give you. Once you export Java, it will give you. Okay. LT, you have something to ask, LT, or can you mail me, because I'm running short of time to attend my next batch. Oh, you're okay. Now you could see that, right? Everyone. LT, you can. I think you should shoot. I need a few 5 minutes to discuss about the VMware or the vendor. But can we do it tomorrow, please? Right? Sure. Then I will take up the thing tomorrow for you. Thanks, guys. Bye.